everyone, welcome back to Mohana Astrology. Rajshri here. Hope you all are doing well. And in this video today I'm going to discuss about 6 planetary conjunction in the sign of Capricorn in the month of February 2021. We all know that 6 planets, that's Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Saturn, Venus and Mercury, are going to be conjunct in the sign of Capricorn on 10th and 11th of February this year. On 11th of February, all planets except Sun are being placed in Shravana Nakshatra, and Mars, of course, is staying out of this conjunction. Mars is currently in Aries, very powerful and well placed. And this whole conjunction of 6 planets in Capricorn, and of course Mars as well, is trapped in Kalsarpa, that is it's within Rahu Ketu axis. At the same time, these 6 planets are forming trine with Rahu, which is placed in the 2nd house of the natural Kalpurush chart. Jupiter is aspecting Rahu, and Rahu in turn is aspecting all other planets that's placed in Capricorn. Mars is aspecting Ketu, and it has been for some time now. Now let us see the strengths and the weaknesses of the planets that's placed in the sign of Capricorn, which are actually forming this particular 6 planet conjunction. We can see that Rahu, Ketu, Saturn and Mars are extremely well placed, and they are very powerful with their full glory. And Jupiter is in the debilitated sign of Capricorn. Venus is well placed. Mercury comes and joins this conjunction in the retrograde motion. So Mercury is retrograde during this conjunction. And Sun, of course, gets directional strength here, but it is placed in the enemy sign, that's in the Saturn sign. And Moon is well placed in the nakshatra of Shravana. Now if we consider Moon plays a big role in this 6 planet conjunction in February. Moon itself is, Shravana nakshatra is ruled by Moon. Moon itself will be placed in Shravana Nakshatra, and all other 4 planets except Sun will be placed in Shravana Nakshatra. On the other hand, Rahu will be placed in another moon-ruled nakshatra, Rohini, during this time. Therefore, Moon plays a big role in defining the energy of this particular conjunction. And in my understanding, it's very important to see where your Moon is placed in your own birth chart and what is its strength, how strong it is or how weak it is, will actually define how this energy will get manifested in your own life. Since this conjunction is happening in the nakshatra of Shravana, you need to find out which house your Moon is ruling, because this particular house and the calling of this particular house will be very important in your life after this particular conjunction takes place. You need to pay heed to the calling of this house in your life. Say for example, if my Moon is placed in the 4th house of my birth chart in Shravana or in Rohini or in Hasta Nakshatra, I need to pay heed, I need to take care of everything, every activity related to 4th house. That is, I need to pay heed to my domestic atmosphere, to my home, family, and I need to take care of the property matters. I need to take care of the education and everything and anything that 4th house stands for. Secondly, if you have any planet in your own birth chart that's placed in any of the moon nakshatras, those planets will also get activated during this conjunction and post conjunction, and that will also demand a lot of attention from you. Now, planets come and planets go, as they always do. So why is this particular conjunction so important for us? Firstly, I must tell you that this kind of multi-planet conjunction took place in the past several times, and none of those really brought doomsday for the world. But they do change the way the mankind works and thinks. This conjunction has twofold effects on us. One, the effect it creates on mundane or world level, and secondly, the impact that we get individually as per our chart. As I mentioned earlier, we have seen the world level impact of similar multi-planet conjunctions several times in the past, and the last one being in December 2019, triggering the pandemic and a massive change in our life and living. This transit of 10th and 11th February 2021 is one such transit where the natural Kalpurush chart and its effects will supersede the individual charts one more time. Whenever planetary clusters are formed in one sign, it becomes difficult to predict how that will play out for each individual person. With this kind of strong and life-changing conjunctions in transit, not only the house where this is taking place for you activates, but your entire chart gets activated. All the planets that are a part of this conjunction also own some houses in your chart, and those significations and activities related to those houses also get activated. No matter which Mahadasha or Antardasha you are going through, it is going to impact your life to some extent, and that is the reason we all become influenced by such transits. Now, what kind of energy this 6-planet conjunction will exude in the natural Kalpurush chart, where the Aries is the ascendant? There is a predominance of malefic in this conjunction. This conjunction will bring changes in the financial sector, in the social system, in the way of our lives, in our personal relations, in the thought process, and in every sphere of our life. Due to Ketu's position in Scorpio, these changes will be deeply transformative, and Saturn in Capricorn will make sure that these are long-lasting changes, building foundations for our next several generations. Debilitated Jupiter, although there is Neechbhanga Raj Yoga, is not able to provide the right kind of advice. Mars in Aries is eager to add some impulsive actions, expecting quick results. Retrograde Mercury can create confusion related to information and communication. And check how you perceive information. Chances of misunderstanding and chances of miscommunication are very high. Venus provides maturity and practicality in handling relationships. Rahu's insatiable desire for wealth is being tamed by Jupiter, but Rahu is influencing all other planets in Capricorn, trying to bring out the not so nice side of these planets. So there can be conflicts arising out of ego hassles, health concerns can be there, some scandals may unfold, and there can be widespread anxiety. Mars's aspect on Ketu alongside this 6-planet conjunction may be a sign of accidents and mishaps or on larger scale war-like situations. It can also trigger fire-related natural disasters like volcanic activities and earthquakes, wildfires, etc. Overall, the 6-planet conjunction releases quite intense energy for all of us. Know for sure that once again we have to accept the fact that the Kalpurush chart or the natural chart is going to overpower our individual charts in February due to this conjunction, and we all have to be prepared to accept and embrace the unexpected in our lives. Now, will Mahadasha and Antardasha lose its value. No, not at all. Not, of course not. It will be better not to take any big decision regarding any area of our lives and stay put where we are, physically or professionally, till 21st of February. So this is it from my side on 6th planet conjunction in the month of February in the sign of Capricorn and how it's going to unfold in our lives. If you want a consultation from me, you can reach me at mohanaastrology@gmail.com. You can get all the information about my consultation in my website. That's www.mohanaastrology.com. Stay well, stay safe. May God bless us all. Thank you.